Hey guys, good morning. How are you? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry, I had a little technical difficulty there, but I got it all straightened out. Good morning. I hope everyone's having a great day so far. Happy Wednesday. What's going on? Welcome to everyone, my gang stars. Hi, Erica. Hi, Tina. Hey, In the Mix. Good morning. Hey, Pineapples. Hey, good morning, Tina Lachey. Pure Intentions. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Sherry, Key. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to everyone in the bushes. I know it's a little late. I got a little bit of a late start this morning. Just handling stuff around the house. We had a super duper late night last night. We have a very senior dog, and she was going through it last night, and she was just having a hard time. She's 16, and I don't know what she was doing. I just call it walk. She was doing the fool. Okay. she was having a hard time, and I don't know. I've never had a dog this old before, so it's a little bit rough, but anyway, she's happy this morning, and I'm going to make her something yummy to eat. And I just gave her a pain pill, and she's chilling. And Portia was laying beside her. I don't know what they're doing right now. Maybe they went outside for a little break. But yeah, that's what's going on over here. So just, that's it. Anyway, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great day. So, yesterday on Instagram had all my attention yesterday. There was so much going on between Tommie from Love and Hip Hop getting into a fight with Natalie Nunn at the hotel. I mean, it was just kind of funny to me. I didn't really know what was going on. I just knew it was all up in my timeline because I do follow both of them. Um, and there it was like a brawl. I don't know if they were doing something like a planning meeting for this fight that they're getting ready to have. These women are actually going to have a like pay-per-view fight. So I wasn't sure if it was like a skit, like what happened, like why these women were fighting, like what was actually going on. But if you follow me on Instagram, I shared it yesterday, so you would have seen it. And then Tommie's account. So you guys know Tommie from Love and Hip Hop. Tommie's account literally was deleted. I think she may have had 3-4 million followers, maybe. I'm not sure if I screenshotted it or not. I know I screenshotted part of the fight, but girl, either this was before this, whatever happened before, I'm not sure. They are way, first of all, not even too old. I mean, people can get into fight at damn 80. You know what I mean? If you got beef, you got beef. And you know what I mean? Should you be more mature I don't know that these, old is one thing, mature is another thing. Can we agree on that? There's a lot of people who have age and don't have wisdom, okay? All they know how to do is throw bows, right? So, anyway, let me see. I know I have some of it on my Instagram, but at the end of the day, these two, like, with the amount of money that these women are making, Natalie Nunn with the Bad Girls Club, I mean, these women are engaged in a certain type of lifestyle. So saying too old, they would need to probably not be on the shows that they're on, because the type of work that they do is all around beefing, attitude, fighting, all of that thing. Yeah, so they went to the Chris Brown concert. Help me with the timeline, because these women got into a fight, and next thing you know, I don't know if this was like a Zeus event, and Tommie had to go, but they went to the Chris Brown concert. So I don't know if that was kind of like a scheduled event for them to do while they were in London. But long story short, there was a fight earlier. Let me see if I can pull it up. I know I have some of it on my timeline because I had shared it in my story. So some of it saved to my phone. I don't know if you guys have your phone set up like that. that when you share a story, like it stays in your phone. But anyway, so I had some of it and then she went live and I started to screen record it. And then I don't know what happened. I think either I got a phone call, I was doing something, and then I went back and I was like, oh shit, I forgot Tommie was live. And that's when she was live talking about, and I didn't realize that they were in London because I think London is 5, 6 hours ahead of us. So whatever time it was here, it was way further into the evening there, right? So when we were watching it, it could have been about 5, 6 o'clock, and it was midnight over there, right? So anyway, they got backstage somehow. Natalie Nunn, I don't know, she got them backstage. I don't know if the Zeus got, girl, don't even get me to lying. But anyway, they got backstage. They were in the meet and greet area, and I guess Chris had his son with him, not the new baby because he's got 3 kids, but the one who's maybe like 3 or 4, the little boy on tour with him apparently, or at least there at that location on that particular day. And I don't know how she ran into the little boy, but she said something like, "Oh, he's cute." And I guess the baby mama or whomever like slammed the door in her face because maybe she was in an area she wasn't supposed to be. God only knows. I mean, if you're having a private moment with your child and someone walks by and is like, "Oh, your kid is cute," and she's like, "Bitch," but I mean, but you're in a stadium with I don't even know, 50,000 people. You got a meet and greet going on with a bunch of paid strangers, and even though they've paid for access, they're still strangers or VIPs or whoever the people are. And if you're not part of the show and sis is back there with the son and she's not part of the show, I don't blame her. I mean, do you need to slam doors in people's faces? Maybe not, but at the end of the day, Tommie, no, they said she definitely was. They said she was pissy ass drunk. Okay. Um, and sis has a well documented drinking situation, right? So that's been a problem for a minute, on and off camera with her, right? Having lots of altercations with people and girl, just a whole mess. Anyway, um, so the girls from Baddies or whatever you call it, I guess it's not Bad Girls Club, is it Baddies? Um, Basically you're on the streets telling what happened, that she was drunk and it was embarrassing and you can't take her anywhere and da, 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 da. But y'all already knew this. I mean, those women are just above not being able to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a mess. It's a whole mess. Um, Let me see if I can girl, okay. I'm looking at a comment someone put. All right, let me see what I can let me pull this up because um this was everything I had, because when I noticed that Tommie's channel was deleted, I was like, and then okay, so let's look at this first. Anyway, I have something else too that I want to share with you guys. I caught another live on Instagram yesterday, which was kind of funny, a YouTuber, and sis had an attitude, and most of you guys might say rightfully so, um that this attitude was, but I've never seen her in this way. Um, so some of you may have caught it. I'm not sure, but let's get into this right here. Let me share this and show you guys. Let's get into this first. Hold on a second. Let me get rid of that. Let me see if I can make this bigger. I was okay. Instagram, try to make something big. Ooh. Then I lose my whole damn screen. Okay. All right. Okay. So Tommie went live or Tommie posted this and she said, I came in.
Who said that?
Wait.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
Girl, Natalie Nunn got her whole wig snatched off. Did you see that? And so basically, this is what I got from it. So there's a woman, I don't even know who she is, but she was doing some talking. I'm gonna show you another video. She basically was having a conversation with someone about Tommie. Tommie got back wind of it, like, oh, you're talking about me. You're talking about me on a blog site. You have opinions on something, basically kind of like keep that same energy. So she had already confronted that woman, but she said basically, you wouldn't know this if it wasn't for someone sharing my business. So basically, I think she felt like Natalie Nunn was talking her business to this other woman. And that's why she came in talking about who said that? Who said that? Okay. So I'm going to show you something else in a minute, but just catch the scene now. So they're fighting right now, obviously. So she came in telling them she no longer wanted to work. And she's currently a CNA. I was like, you're currently a CNA. She came in with some scrubs on, but I learned that a outsider was speaking on my business, and that only happens when the insider told them. Thank God for I guess she's got some, I don't know, some scrubs. Like, this is the weirdest thing. Caesar. So she's advertising being so adorable and comfy. Get your tickets. So that's why I was like, is this a whole damn skit? But that lady's wig was glued down, and nobody is going to skit on, oh yeah, and pull off my wig and snatch my edges, right? Okay. So see this woman right here, this large woman with the glasses on. They were already arguing. Tommie and her were going back and forth. Natalie Nunn, I don't know if she was sitting there eating some pizza, but they were just sitting there chilling. Here comes Tommie into the room.
Who said that?
And then Tommie pops her right in the damn face, okay? And then they run into the buffet table. Natalie gets knocked down. Her wig gets snatched off. Now you can't see this part. Let me reset and let me find what I had saved, because that's where you could. Girl, Tommie ended up getting a whole damn steak knife in her hand, and all you hear is like, no. She was literally ready to stab somebody. It was a mess, okay? An absolute mess. I was like, what's going on? And then Tommie goes live talking about F Chris Brown, F his baby mama, F the baby. Like, you know what I mean? She said, all I said was that the baby was cute. Well, you might have had your nose in a room that you weren't supposed to be. I mean, sometimes 2-3-year-olds, they're going to get away from you. So maybe that baby wasn't supposed to be out and around, not to mention, girl, COVID is still running around out here. That lady probably was like, excuse, plus she deals with Chris Brown. She don't know who anybody is. Everybody is a snake. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Not that everyone is a snake, but when you're dealing with a man who is for the streets, who is for the globe, and you've got his son, you've got his first and oldest son, you're going to make sure that you protect that prize, period, right? She's protecting her child from whomever coming through to meet and greet with someone that she knows and she has a child with. So she closed the door to protect her child from any kind of drama, okay? Tommie is so much of a problem, right? But this all played out on Instagram last night. Let me just see if I can find a few real quick. If not, I'll share it and y'all can see it. I mean, it's nothing like, ooh, ooh. It's some tea, right? Okay, let's see. I think I got it right here. But the main was like, damn, 4 million followers on Instagram. Girl, you are short. I mean, that's I'm sure that's gonna hurt. Okay. All right, I got it. I don't know who this girl is, but she got it on here and okay. Let me all right. All right, let me go to my saved. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's do this one first.
Yes, it was. Y'all got up out of there. And while we was trying to get up out of there, we got attacked by 3 different niggas from the back. That's your problem. No, it's your problem. And you never have no fault, so you can go somewhere with that bullshit. Who don't have no fault? You don't. I don't hear. You don't. I don't right now. You don't. I know you don't, because you always drunk or high off a fucking perk or something. That ain't my.
Okay, so this is right before she comes back in and smacks Natalie. Okay, so maybe this was after the Chris Brown concert and they're kind of having a conversation about, sis, you're embarrassing. Okay.
What is you talking about? It is no problem. Learn how to conduct yourself like a woman in fucking public, bitch. I always do that. Yes, it was. Y'all got up out of there. And while we was trying to get up out of there, we got attacked by 3 different niggas from the back. That's your problem. No, it's your problem. And you never have no fault, so you can go somewhere with that bullshit. Who don't have no fault? You don't. I don't hear. You don't. I don't right now. You don't. I know you don't, because you always drunk or high off a fucking perk or something. That ain't my problem. What are you talking about? It is no problem. Learn how to conduct yourself like a woman in fucking public, bitch. Stupid ass beer. Who said that?
Damn, did you see how she clocked Natalie? I mean, Natalie took a good bite of whatever she was eating and sis went boom straight to the cheek. Okay. I mean, that's a fight. That is definitely a fight, right? So I guess she felt some type of way. Okay, here we go.
Yes, it was.
Come on.
Stop.
Okay, do you see that? Girl, she had 2 steak knives in her hand. Like Tommie, honestly, she needed to be fired. Like whatever she's doing, whatever she's on contract for at this moment, when she decided to pick up, you have grown, big 6 foot, 200 some pound men. When you are in a situation where you have protection and you decide to not pick up 1 but pick up 2 in the I'ma hurt somebody position, in the I'ma get you position, in the I might be going to prison, and you're in a foreign country, y'all. You are in a foreign country. She should have been escorted to the airport and sent home that night. You cannot play around in other people's countries and think that you're going to do what you want to do and it's going to be okay and you're just going to get a tap on the wrist, right? Because if the police would have had to been called by the hotel security, girl, you would have been sitting over there in a London jail cell trying to figure it out, right? Okay, let's continue. Get the bag.
Who said that?
Natalie Nunn was like, "What? I'm just trying to sit here and eat my pizza bread." She messed up Natalie's whole wig. Natalie was over there with damn skull cap on, going live later on.
Stop.
Get the bag.
Weird as fuck. You can't take bitches out nowhere. No fucking where, because these hoes is weird. And I'm sick of it. We in London, we can't even conduct ourselves motherfucking nowhere because these bitches don't look. Stop drinking, stop doing the drugs. I'm done. I'm not fucking with it. Weird as fuck. You can't take bitches out no.
Who said that?
Come on. Hey, relax.
Tommie is a mess. She's a mess.
Tommie ain't do nothing but say, "Ooh, that's a baby," and a bitch slammed the door in my face quickly.
Girl, because the word on the street is you're nuts.
I know how I am about my kids. You don't want nobody to see your baby, cool. I don't give a fuck about no motherfucking baby. Fuck your baby. And fuck his daddy, too. Right. Like, girl, I ain't pressed by no motherfucking baby. Fuck him. All y'all look albino as fuck. Fuck all of y'all motherfuckers.
Let me tell you something. The way Chris Brown has been feeling this week, he is not the person to mess with because he will embarrass you. Do you understand? Chris Brown will get up on this internet with his like 135 million subscribers, his 135 million followers, girl, and embarrass you. They will come for you all up in your comments and everything. Like, it is just as bad as going for the Beehive. What? She had to shut. I don't know if her channel got taken. And I'm being funny. I don't know if her channel was deleted for fighting. Like, Instagram they'll keep one and not keep another. But I don't know if it was an Instagram thing or if she just took herself offline, period, just to disappear after basically you're at a meet and greet. Someone is receiving you as a guest and you have all kinds of smoke for his family and you were welcomed into a VIP space. Like, that's really not gonna fly.
That baby look like he got a little something going on with I'm scared of the baby, bitch. Oh my eyes cocked like a pistol, bitch. I don't care about that baby.
She's weird.
Fuck y'all. Tommie ain't do nothing but say, "Ooh, that's
our life." Natalie got us backstage with Chris Brown. Why the fuck did Tommie see Chris Brown baby and was like, "Oh, his baby is so cute," and they grabbed the baby and put him in the room? She smacked the door in. They went ballistic. Why would you do something like that? And it put me and Jonathan and Natalie in danger.
So they take the baby, they bring the baby to a room, close the door. Tommie gets mad and bams on the door. Here comes security to take all y'all scallywags about the piece.
Sure. And then she started to proceed to scream out, "Fuck Chris Brown's baby." Fuck Chris Brown baby. Like, why would you say something like that? And then once she started saying that, that's when everybody got activists because you're being weird.
It all comes back on me because I got us backstage. So everybody looking at me like, Natalie.
Who are these people?
No, they knew who the fuck she was. They were like, she gotta go. Right. They didn't have no problem with Rolly. They had no problem with Jonathan. They had no problem with me. Tommie, you really need to stop.
It's just embarrassing because everybody see his son on the internet. Everybody see all of that. It is not that serious to bust down somebody's door just to see a baby. Google our live. Natalie got us backstage with Chris Brown.
And I don't want to get in the ring. Don't get to saying I don't want to get in the ring now with your 140-pound crackhead ass. Bitch, you are delusional, Tommie. You are delusional. Thank you for coming on my show and making me a whole lot of money, bitch. But you can easily be replaced. See you later. Bye.
And then turn around and hit Natalie.
When I'm eating, I'm
Should be
eating.
towards Rolly,
I'm
right?
eating.
Cause she know better.
Tommie, I promise you, I promise you on your life,
She not, cause she can't even
you show up to that motherfucking ring, I'm rocking your shit within 5 seconds. I was gonna let you live a little bit. I'm gonna, round for round, give the fans what they want to see, a couple rounds. Bitch, I'm rocking your shit. A whole 190 pounds. You're fucking done, bitch. I'll give you an extra $10,000 to get to do smaller gloves. Let's do 12-ounce gloves, bitch. Let's go. 12 ounces. No headgear, bitch. Oh, I don't want to get in the ring. Don't get started. I don't want to get in the ring now with your 140-pound crackhead ass. Bitch, you are delusional, Tommie. You are delusional. Thank you for coming on my show and making me a whole lot of money, bitch. But you can easily be replaced.
I'll play too much, and it's just too much going on. I don't understand why, like, it wasn't even that. Y'all said talking about the push to the door. It wasn't even no focus on pushing the door. Yeah, she hit the door, but the motherfucking focus was the dude got mad because she was talking to the child. I mean, the dude cussing them, Tommie and them out, but Tommie like, I don't give a fuck that baby. Like, bitch, I don't give a fuck about Chris Brown, baby. Like, bitch, on me, boom, boom, boom. The dude started talking shit to Rolly. Then I had to start beating the shit out of the way. He took his stuff off and started running up, and I had to beat the shit out of him. I beat the shit out of Chris Brown team. I'll play too much, and it's just too much going on. I don't.
Someone said, why she got out of the scrub? She just came in from work.
Understand why, like, it wasn't even that. Y'all said talking about
why was Tommie wearing scrubs? Looked like she just closed down on her shift.
The dude got mad because she was talking to the child. I mean, the dude cussing them, Tommie and them out, but Tommie like, I don't give a fuck that baby. Like, bitch, I don't give a fuck about Chris Brown, baby. Like, bitch, on me, boom, boom, boom. The dude started talking shit to Rolly. Then I had to start beating the shit out of the way.
Okay, this was a whole mess. So if you missed this on Instagram, this was really funny. I don't know what Chris Brown's response is. I had not seen it. I don't know. I'm embarrassed for everybody. I'm embarrassed for the American people that these fools decided to get on a plane and take it international over to London and act a complete fool overseas and show out in such a manner. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is so embarrassing, guys. But yeah, that was over on Instagram, and you so confused. Just what you confused about? There was a fight. Natalie Nunn has a TV show. Her and Natalie and Tommie from Love and Hip Hop are having a brawl in London. They're having a fight, a professional paid like pay-per-view fight. And she also was on Natalie Nunn's show. So I'm not sure what you guys, just as much as I do. So if you just coming in, slide the bar back, sis, because it'll explain a lot more. But at the end of the day, there was some sort of misunderstanding. Isn't that how it all happened? Somebody was doing some talking and someone didn't like what was being said. And then that person came through, they pulled up and had some words with one particular sis, I guess Rolly, and then they have their words, and then she decides to pop the executive producer in the face. Okay. And the executive producer is Natalie Nunn, who she's going to be fighting. Okay. And all of security had to get involved. Knives were pulled. And I guess sis was mad either because this fight happened basically right after the Chris Brown concert where Tommie embarrassed everybody because Tommie approached Chris Brown's son, who I guess was out and about. They see her talking to him. Someone snatches up the kid, takes the kid to a room, closes the door. Tommie goes and pops the door like, don't like, maybe they shut the door in her face. I do not know because, of course I wasn't there. And she got mad, and then security came for the whole group, and they basically were, confronting her. And that's when you see that girl Rolly saying that we got attacked by 3 different guys because of you. And Tommie was upset because of that. And then there you see her attacking Natalie Nunn, kind of stealing her in that conference room. Maybe they were having some sort of meeting before this big fight they're supposed to be having this weekend. But to be quite honest, Natalie, as the executive producer, you already, like, she acted out with a very, like, a A-list celebrity. at an event that you on your name got her into. She has a damn fight at a hotel in a meeting room, unless this shit was planned, and threatens people, pulls knives, um, and you're out of the country. I would get her bags packed and put her on the next plane back to the United States and dump her ass off and cancel and refund people their money. This is ridiculous. I mean, at a certain point, you have to make a decision like, okay, this woman is dangerous. On many different levels. Am I willing to, you know, put my career on dealing with this type of woman? Because at the end of the day, this woman is nuts. She's fucking nuts. We followed Tommie to a situation some months ago when she was in San Francisco at a hotel and she was acting the fool. She was doing the fool over there. And remember, they locked her out of her hotel room and she got all up into the hotel guy's face. And she was trying to call racism. And it was like, you just cussed this man and his mama and his grandmama out. And you want, like, no, they're not giving you access to the room. Go ahead and call the police. The guy was like, yeah, no. Oh, I think it was they didn't have their ID. They left out the room and didn't have their key. And maybe she left her purse in the room, something. And because they showed out at the desk, they weren't trying to give her access back to the room. The guy was like, you can call the police if you want to. I guess he didn't have to. It's up to his discretion. And his discernment told him not. Maybe because she was acting inappropriate and he didn't like how she was acting. And he didn't have to go above and beyond or based on, who knows what the criteria is, but maybe he just felt like, you know what, you're chanced out at this moment. And the way you're acting, the way you're treating me as an employee, I don't really have to do anything. So you take it up a notch, and then when they get here, I'll see what I can do. But at this point, he wasn't really dealing with her. So yeah, Tommie seems to be like trouble always. So that's just trouble seems to find her. Anyway, that was interesting, but it just, it's kind of social media, right? She is TV gold, but at a certain point, if someone gets hurt as the executive producer, which I think Natalie Nunn is the executive producer of that show that they're on, you are responsible. If someone gets hurt, and she wants to pull a knife out next time and she's drunk or whatever her situation is, yet you're going to be getting sued. So, and I mean like a for real situation, because Zeus basically buys these episodes. Zeus is really not responsible for these shows. Zeus runs the shows, but Zeus doesn't own these shows. They're basically paying a fee to whomever the executive producer is, just like Bravo and Real Housewives, Carlos King and Mariah Huck for Married to Medicine. These people who create these shows and are executive producer, those are the ones who are actually responsible. Bravo doesn't, that no. These executive producers and the people that actually own the shows, yeah. That's a whole different story, and you become responsible dealing with people like that. He decided to do the dance since Tommie wanted to tango. She thought she could just be rude. Yeah, she thought she could just be rude. And I mean, who knows if Chris Brown is even going to respond? Maybe he knows that this girl's got substance abuse problems and he's just going to be like, next time, don't have my baby out here like that, or make some changes. I mean, these people, honestly, these celebrities who are having backstage meet and greets, they might need to have a different area for actual family and friends versus people coming through to meet and greet, because honestly, everyone should not be cross pollinating. Like, you shouldn't have people just because they paid or have some sort of access to backstage have access to your intimate family members, like your kids and things like that. That's too dangerous, because you see how and you never know what these people were doing. I mean, at the end of the day, they could be, throwing Tommie up under the bus and all of these things. I mean, is it actually, was it a skit? Did they plan it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you already know Tommie's off the chain. Why would you even bring her somewhere? Tommie is the person who should be at the hotel with a face mask or getting a massage and find out that everybody has already left and doesn't even know where everybody went. Like, oh, everybody went to the club. You guys went to the club without me? Girl, she needs to be left at the hotel. She needs to be separated from alcohol and she needs a buddy. She needs a companion on it. Like if she's working, sis needs a whole companion and she needs to be dry and sober and they need to have like events for her that are not centered around alcohol and keeping an eye on her ass because sis is off the damn chain. She can't be trusted. These networks, shaking my head, execs could manage. Yeah, I mean, they are definitely making money off of a certain ratchetness, right? It's a ratchet type situation. Anyway, so let's pivot. So yesterday I was, of course, minding my own business. I was on Instagram. And let me share this. This was kind of interesting. This is giving YouTube streets all day because sis is an OG on the YouTube streets. We already know this. And she was getting ready for a meeting and she went live. You know, we love some Raven here. But someone wanted to be cute and was asking some questions that Raven was kind of like, excuse me, that's kind of rude. It was interesting, Raven's a Virgo, so she will check you. Let's just listen and you guys tell me what you think. But Raven was not really here for the bull. Like, don't, she was like, no, ma'am. I've been on the internet for, she said, 90 years. Don't play with me. Okay. She said, I've been on here for 90 years. Don't play with me.
You're trying to make up some drama.
So I didn't get it from the beginning. I just kind of like, this is interesting. Let me go ahead and screen record. Basically, this is the gist of what I got. If you're just coming in, we're over here with Raven Elyse. She is over here fixing her hair. She's on Instagram Live. She is getting ready for a meeting, but she's talking about what I think is a reaction video or a reaction or someone going live talking about a birthday video and trying to find some drama where there was not any drama. Sound familiar? Let's go.
Sorry if you're bored, but we didn't have no drama.
So she might be talking about her birthday, her Raven
I
spa.
feel like I'm pretty good at grouping people together.
She did kind of
and even if somebody
she did a normal, sometimes she does kind of like girl things for her birthday, but this one was kind of couples or it was male, female. She did kind of like a kind of luxury resort kind of day at her house with her new pool and everything. So she had a very nice crowd. It's on her channel. I'll share it, I guess. But maybe people were trying to find some drama. I'm not sure. But this video goes through her talking about the video, people asking about Zaya and her like, well, where do you think Zaya is? She's at school. Like, where else would she be? Like, people just asking a lot of the questions that we hear on the YouTube streets and her kind of like, duh, like it's 10 o'clock in the morning. Where else would a like 9-year-old be? She's at school. Like, duh. Like Raven, I don't know if she was just in a pissy mood or this is just Raven when it's not edited and a produced video, because Raven is not here for the bullshit at all. Okay. If you thought so, she's not.
does like get annoyed because like, hey, it happens. Put a group of people together, certain situations, somebody's not going to be happy with what we're doing or how we're doing it. Somebody's going to get annoyed.
Can you guys hear this okay?
But like, it's about how you handle it. Do we need to start throwing hands, throwing bows over it? I don't think so. We can communicate. Everybody calm down. I've never, like, me personally, as far as who my actual friends are and who I actually choose to hang around with, is never drama, like fighting. Never in my life. Now, as far as other people that I just so happen to be around that I was not in charge of inviting, now that's a different story. But at this big age, not even at this big age, because my Miami birthday, that was when I was turning 25. I mean, that is a big age to be fighting. To me, you shouldn't be fighting, period. I don't care if you're 14.
So I don't know if she's talking about her most recent birthday party or the birthday party, her 25 birthday party when she was down in Miami with Jayla Corian. I had someone in my comments ask, like, do I know why Raven and Jayla, like, why it seems like Jayla is no longer in the mix? I don't know. Speculation to me was maybe it was the Missy Lynn situation with Jayla and Missy, because Missy shows up to a lot of Raven's events. They are good friends. Maybe it was just some fallout of, you're not, Missy's not dealing with you anymore, therefore I'm not dealing with you. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I'm not really sure how that went down. But if they're talking about the 25th birthday party, I'm not sure. I do remember that birthday.
But definitely past the age of 18, for sure. Past the age of 18, and you are fist fighting another woman over some drama, be fucking for real. Like, what? I've never understood that. Have I ever been in a physical? No, I've never been in a physical fight like that. That's what I was saying. Having drama or beef with another girl for any reason and getting in a physical fight over it, you're out of your mind. I mean, I guess. Did my straightener turn off? No wonder.
So who's Mitzi? Who's Mitzi? Oh, are you talking about Missy fighting or Mitzi? Oh, Jayla. You talking about Jayla and their relationship was always sus. Yeah, well, allegedly Jayla and Missy put hands on each other on a trip, but I'm not sure what happened. Raven was on Jayla's Jamaica trip where she finessed them out of $1,000. Okay, yes, I remember that. And then Missy was trying to help her by filming some content so that she could save the weekend and all that mess. Yes, I remember that. So I don't know if they brought that up or not, but this crowd was a little bit messy in this live as you're looking at the comments, but she gets everybody all together. To make no mistake, Raven was not here for it, and she was not missing any comments. She was definitely up for the shits
like,
on yesterday. Okay,
the straightener is off, y'all. You gotta be kidding me. I'm like, why is it not? What would I do if somebody smacked me? I mean, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Of course, if somebody just came at me and attacked me and laid hands on me first, of course I'm gonna have to defend myself. But other than that, I'm talking about fighting where it's like, oh, you want, like, egging it on, like, purposely, like both of y'all are trying to fight, planned to fight, choosing to fight. No.
Mm-hmm.
I will walk away and call the police on you so fast. I will press charges so fast. Hit me, I dare you. You going to jail. I got a good lawyer. I double dog dare you. You want to ruin your life, girl? I will ruin you without even having to touch you. That's
hey, everyone coming in.
That bruise is temporary.
Yeah, I mean, back to what we were just watching. Any of you guys just coming in, we slide the bar back so you know what we're talking about. But we were just playing a video of Tommie having a fight. TommieLee from Love and Hip Hop having a fight. She basically assaulted someone, the executive producer of the show that she's on, and not Love and Hip Hop, but Baddies. And also that she plans to have like a pay-per-view fight with this weekend. The fact that Tommie came in there and just like basically smacked that woman in the face, I mean, that was an assault. That was a crime that was committed over damn seas. I mean, in a whole nother country. Like, girl, I would be honestly, I would have been packing my bag and leaving. Like, I would have left. I would have been afraid the police would have been coming for an assault charge on me. And then now you've got a whole situation where you've got to get a lawyer in a whole nother country, and it's going to cost you a lot of money. And all of these, it's just ridiculous the way that these women are handling themselves. But I really do believe that there's a lot of people out here who have way more money and way more privilege and access than they would have had they not picked up a camera, picked up a microphone, picked up whatever it is that they're doing, and they just don't know how to handle it. And I'm not giving that's not an excuse. What I'm saying is that this entitlement, because you have access, because money opens up a lot of doors. Someone, and I'm sorry, you can take this however you want. Tommie should never have had access to someone of the status of a performer on the level of Chris Brown. Forget about Chris Brown as a person and how you might feel about him. I'm talking about someone who sells out arenas, someone who is quite wealthy, someone who is influential and top tier in their industry. How in the world is Tommie even there? Okay. She shouldn't have even had access to Chris Brown's child last night. That's like being in the midst of Rihanna. Like, what? Or a Beyonce or anybody else, a Taylor Swift, someone who is on the A level, and someone who is not on a damn reality show, acting a fool, drunk, and has a reputation for what she has a reputation for. It's just a mess. Anyway, okay, let's get back to Raven. Anyway, so like I said, Raven is preparing for a meeting with her team, and she is live on Instagram, and she is talking to her audience. And roughly at that moment, there were about 500, 475 at that time were there. So it was a pretty decent little crowd,
Nobody has ever, no girl has ever tried to fight me. I think they know better. But also, I just don't be in drama like that to begin with. I've had little bits of drama in high school. Like, the only time somebody has actually threatened to fight me was in high school. Like, one time, barely. I had beef with this one girl. And she said she would fight me. Did she ever even approach me? No. It was all talk. Also, she was like 2 feet shorter than me. So I could go pull one of these and she can't reach me. No.
It's sad. Her chat, someone said, I low-key want to fight for no reason. Fought my best friend in high school, and she was friends shortly after.
Yeah. Have that fighting bone in their body for whatever reason. I wasn't born with that. I don't know about that.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
People who just, like, anytime you make them mad or anytime they feel disrespected, the first thing that comes to their mind is physical violence. Can't relate. Sure, people can fight, but how you gonna fight me if you can't reach me? Girl, I can pick you up. I can hold my wingspan is too long.
Girl, Jayla, if I were Jayla, she better have a very specific topic. I'll catch her over on TikTok. Jayla and that guy she dated, who basically raked her over the coals, posted her damn sex tape, all that stuff, made her look very stupid on the internet. You guys can go back. I have videos on all of that. That guy was a complete creep. He talked about the sex they were having. It was very creepy and gross. That guy was disgusting. I was very kind of embarrassed for her that she would even date a guy like that. He was absolutely gross. And I'm not sure why she picked that fight with Missy. I don't know if she forgot who she was friends with, or she didn't think that Missy was going to come for her. But you guys know, I had a conversation with Missy on Instagram. I posted it over here. She didn't talk about it. We talked about other stuff. We did talk about how you handle negativity on the internet, but she's she's on a whole journey and she's working on herself, and her and Wendell are together and serious and all of the things. I think Missy has come a long way, and she wants to try to get back onto YouTube, and she's really never left, but she does take long breaks from YouTube. I think for Missy, she's a Virgo too. You guys know this. I think YouTube just tries to get just a little bit too close and too much into her business for her level of comfort. And if you got, not saying she has something to hide, but if you're living your life and you don't want people all up in and knowing your business, then I get it, right? I think I shared my interview with Missy Lynn like a couple of weeks ago. Someone had commented under there, Messy Lynn. Look, everybody, look, I popped into a chat the other day and someone said, "What are you doing in here with your messy self?" or whatever. Like, girl, I mean, sometimes, look, whatever. Okay, I'm here. Missy, she's here. Like at the end of the day, people might think she's messy or whatever, but she's working on herself. And I think that maybe the YouTube platform as it was at one time doesn't work for her anymore. So I think she just needs to figure out how she's going to use it and switch things up. But she says she's coming back. Anyway, okay, let's keep going. Raven is going to get this girl all the way. It's kind of like, again, like, girl, log off. Like, you know what I'm saying? This girl was trying to comfort Raven, and Raven was like, "You're watching me." Wait, have you addressed Chris having a new baby and how you feel since you mentioned he isn't there for Zaya? Oops. This might have been what really pissed Raven off. Okay, let's just okay. Catch the chat.
That sounds like childhood trauma. Not even being funny.
Have you addressed Chris having a new baby and how we feel since you mentioned he isn't there for Zaya? Boop. That might have been what really pissed her off, because she didn't seem like she was in like the best mood. But girl, look at her face, because Raven was reading all the comments. She's not playing. She did. Mm-hmm. Yes, we are. Right, Rebecca? We are.
Zaya's at school. It is a Tuesday morning. She's at school.
Someone said, "Why people always asking where Zaya is, like she don't go to school?" Well, you know what, sis, Miss Rachel Marie, some YouTubers don't have their kids in school. You haven't heard about that? You haven't heard about the old homeschool? Now, shouts out to all the people who actually really homeschool, but there are people out here who keep their kids at home so they can film content all day. Okay, it's real. And Raven is not one of them. She actually has her kid in school, and she's going to say, "I film the real over here. Like, this is my real life. I'm not making anything. I don't have time. I got enough drama. I have enough to keep it cute over here. We don't make anything up." But at the end of the day, yeah, Zaya is at school, sis.
I need a new flat iron.
I'm not sure, Kadeen. Did she ask him to exit the chat?
Zaya is at school, except for yesterday was a federal holiday, but the child is at school.
Not have we addressed like she forgot to send y'all a memo. Look at Cecilia Bonds. Girl, y'all. People in the chat are funny. Okay, look at that. It was a little much, right? Now, look at Raven. She is seeing all of this. Girl.
Where else would she be?
Y'all better stop asking about him. WT, girl.
The circus?
Raven, on a serious note, how did you cut your Baby daddy off cold turkey. I need help. I want no ties with someone that means no good to my child. He literally does nothing. Who said that? Because she's going to get these people together. Okay. Let's see.
Any weekday, Zaya is at school, except for yesterday was a federal holiday, but the child is at school.
Mm-mm-mm.
Where else would she be? The circus?
Okay, Raven, on a serious note. Okay, so that's not the person that asked her. Someone's going to ask her a question and she's going to gather them up slowly. Someone says, "Do you still love your house?" She saw all of that. If she's going to answer, "Do you love
Zaya
your
likes
house?"
school. Except low-key, I don't love her school that she's currently at, so I'm considering switching her to a different school for next year. We haven't had any like big major problems, but it's just like I feel like we could do better. Why settle, you know? She's young enough to where I feel like switching schools won't be too traumatizing. I'd rather do it now than wait, because she's only been at this school just this 1 year. So yeah, I went to private school. I went to private school from kinder all the way through 8th grade, and then I went to regular public school for high school. So it was a pretty big adjustment.
I mean, these people are asking questions that she does talk about in the vlogs. It makes you wonder. I mean, and some people will follow you on some platforms and not follow you on others. I think Zaya was in private school and she put her in public school this year. So these are people who may not really keep up with her vlogs because yeah, you would kind of know that if you watch her channel. So someone's emailing her about a wig collab. I don't think she even does that anymore.
This one little piece of my hair is not smoothing out like I want it to. Would I do a reality show? No. I have been contacted many a times about doing reality TV, and I'm just not interested.
And I mean, Raven, just to kind of bring this back to some of the mommies that we talked, Raven cut her hair off. What was it, about a year and a half ago? Raven just goes into those spells where she's just like, you know what? I'm going to cut my hair off. I think I've probably watched her at least for 6 or 7 years now. And I think I've seen her do a big chop at least twice, maybe 3 times. But I've seen her do it definitely. She did it like about a year and a half ago.
It's just very much, y'all gotta understand, I'm used to being able to control my own narrative. I make my own content. I control my own content 100%. So to have somebody else filming me and controlling the narrative and producing it, even though they be trying to promise you like, we're not gonna, and we're gonna make sure that we just wanna, y'all are lying. What y'all wanna do is make successful television, and successful television needs to be a little bit, it needs to have the drama. It needs to have the, you know what I mean? So I just don't trust it. You know what I mean? Why would I put my image in the hands of somebody else? And truth be told, they don't pay that much. It's not even like, oh, do it for the bag. Like, who cares? Do it for the check. They don't pay that much. They don't pay enough. Let's just say that. They usually don't pay enough.
It's like, why do they keep bringing up Chris, which you know. Okay, someone's asking about her Virgo mug. I swear I have the same mug and I think I got it from Walmart. If you guys see, she has a Virgo mug and it's like a silhouette of a woman and it's got Virgo and it's got a bunch of different, it says Virgo in a bunch of different ways, and that mug is at Walmart. I feel like it's the exact same mug that I have. Never do reality TV. Reality.
That's why outside of like the Kardashians, which are their own thing, and that's like a different thing, But as far as like normal reality TV with like random people,
Well, and the Kardashians is hard to even talk about because they own their own show at this time. They own their own show, period. But even when it was with E and E was managing, they very much kept it, even though it was on the salacious side, because Kris Jenner doesn't mind putting out the juicy stuff about her family, because they hit the streets on some sex tapes. At the end of the day, it always gets buttoned up at the end, and you know that they are a family and they love each other, and mom is always going to be there for them. That is at the root of every single episode. We're family, and mommy is here to handle everything.
that's why it's random people. You know what I mean? Like no shade, but like
That's why reality shows are always the best. So just to jump on that, reality shows to me that are good are always the best the first couple of seasons. The minute that the people start making money and they have something to lose, or they start to feel a little bit of embarrassment, or they're very aware of certain things, that's when they start to not want to share as much, and that's when they need to rotate out the that's one of the big mistakes that Real Housewives and a lot of these shows made, because they have made some of these people very, very, very rich, and the stuff that they would allow at the beginning, yeah, they would never allow it now, because girl, they're driving Rolls Royces. Of course, some of these shows, after 2 or 3 years, it's time to go. And you can go make your money somewhere else. Even though Candy Burris came on there and she was very successful and had coin, Candy's coin has probably tripled, quadrupled, with Real Housewives. And what she would do, the Candy today would never have gotten involved with a cameraman, okay? A producer on the set, on the trip to Africa. Candy back then, who was single, down on her luck, her boyfriend had just been killed, all of those things. Yeah, there's things that she, and the exposure of Mama Joyce and her behavior and all that mess. Girl, stop. Um, Cynthia with the stupid friend contract, acting so silly and immature, all the things that these women did in their early 40s, now that they're 50, girl, bye. Um, when Nene was, successful enough, her husband had a, successful business thing going, and they were living comfortably, to her and her Trump checks, to her $1 million an episode, or however much her multi-million dollar contract that she had, and being on E Entertainment and doing Fashion Police and all of these things, and um TV shows. Yeah, these are different people that they became celebrities. So anyway, let's keep going. Sorry to interrupt.
people who don't need the money are more likely to turn it down. People who do need the money, you know what I mean? But a lot of people, and it's true, people do it for the publicity, the exposure, to be able to use it as a stepping stone. And there has been some people who have successfully, I mean, you see it all the time, successfully able to.
It's like Raven, you, as someone who's really into hair, Raven's hair has grown back really nicely. Raven, you need to go to the salon, sis, and get it cut. It's still growing out from when she chopped it, but I don't think Raven likes to go to the salon much. And I think she's getting ready to put clip-ins or tape-ins or something. But at the end of the day, it's not laying right, because she already knows, and she's going to say it, I really need to trim this hair. It's like, it's not laying right, because girl, you need a whole hair. I mean, the hair has grown in beautifully, but she needs a good haircut. And that's why it's bothering me, like how much she's ironing it. It would lay down a lot nicer and better. She'd be done by now if she'd go and get a haircut.
Use it as a stepping stone and use that publicity so that can actually really work. But again, for me personally, I've not come across an opportunity that I feel like it's worth it, you know? Just gotta be careful with that stuff. Cardi B is literally, she's got the main portion of her fame came from reality TV, and there's so many celebrities like that.
Girl, some weirdos asking, tell me your favorite day of the week. What?
So can't knock it. It works. It definitely works sometimes. But at what cost? And then what happens if it doesn't work and you just did all that for nothing? And still nobody cares about you.
Girl, Nene Leakes is in the damn Smithsonian for shade. They have entered shade into the shade as a thing into the Smithsonian African American exhibit, and Nene Leakes is featured at the Smithsonian Institute in Washington D.C. As kind of a part of Americana as it pertains to the African American aspect of the museum, and she is in a exhibit a shade. Okay, she embodies shade. I guess they feel like she introduced it to the world in Real Housewives. So maybe also just the phenomenon of the reality show and Real Housewives and all of that. I'll look it up and I'll share it with you guys so we can really know what the point of the exhibit is. But a whole reality show star, Black woman, is over at the Smithsonian now because of shade. Okay.
Yeah, very hard to undo something that's already been done as far as being in the public eye.
It's so weird that people are asking so many questions. I mean, I know people love Zaya and Zaya's a beautiful little girl and everything, but it's like, maybe some of these people are not parents because no one's going to feel comfortable answering too many questions about their kid. And she's not going to tell you and give you breadcrumbs to how to go and sit and park out and find her at whatever school she goes to. And, and follow her home. Like, come on now. Like, let's be smart here.
The real homeowners of Texas. That would be boring. That's the thing. Nobody wants to see wholesome reality TV. Like, don't nobody want to watch that. That's boring. Even people who say they would watch it probably really wouldn't. You know what I mean? Like, they would start watching it and be like, well, this is actually kind of boring. Because it's got to have some sort of storyline. There's got to be some sort of conflict that needs to be resolved. That's the whole point of like storytelling.
The person who's asking what time is it in Texas,
Even on
did you ever hear of Google?
Like, if you notice, a lot of the shows do have conflict, and it'd be fake, just like reality TV. It'd be like, oh, I don't know if we can get this house because, oh no, the pipes burst, and now we thought we were going to be able to do this renovation, but now we're going over budget. Like, they add that stuff even to just like HGTV shows, because it would be boring without it. If it was just, oh, we found the house, it's perfect, we renovated it, yay, the end. That's not enough to like make it into a story. Girl, that's you. That's me, but it's real, and I wish it wasn't me. That's me, but I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm trying not to have that happen. And that's why I prefer to just
I mean, even if it's something simple like we're going to Target to go find some placemats, like, are we going to find the placemats? Did they not have what I was looking for? Oh, they don't have the color. Are they on sale? Are they the right price? Oh man, they ran out. Let me go to Home Goods. Da da da. You're at least following a storyline for the day. Okay, and then look, let me lay them out. Guys, let me show you how I styled my table. Things like that. I think people get really frustrated when they're watching a vlog or they're watching someone's channel and nothing ever seems to progress. Nothing ever seems to happen. The story goes nowhere. And people do get kind of bored with it, as we can see with like My Jazzy Life. It's very boring. She doesn't really ever tell a whole story. She's just showing you things that she's doing throughout the day. And I think she doesn't understand why, like, this is my real life. Okay, not really. There has to be something going on in the house. But the real life that she has to tell, the story that really is going on, is the story that she doesn't want anyone to know about.
Media creator and tell my own story because I got enough drama. I don't need y'all trying to insert extra fake drama into my life. I can just show y'all my real life. And that's enough.
Girl, this person hasn't been around at all. Someone's asking her, does she still live in Dallas? It's like, girl, she left Dallas like 5 years ago.
Like House Hunters is fake. A lot of those HGTV shows are fake. Like, oh, we don't know what house we're going to choose. They've already bought the house. The house has been chosen before they started filming.
Oh, okay. You know what? I think she got it from Walmart. I believe I have that exact same mug. I saw it the other day and I was like, I have that mug. I think I got it from Walmart.
This one, but I want that one. No, you don't.
And it was a long time ago, but that's a Walmart mug, I think. Have you tried to Google it?
Everything is fake. And really the reason why it's fake, like people think it's such like an evil, like it's not because producers have evil intentions necessarily, it's because it's impossible. It's nearly impossible to just only film real life and make it into a show. Like as far as just like scheduling, you know what I mean? Like the logistics of it. It has to be pre-planned in order for it to go along with the schedule of when the episodes need to come out and stuff like that. Of course, sometimes it's a mix of things. Like, yes, there's real moments, of course, but a lot of it has to be pre-planned and scheduled and coerced and facilitated because they've got to stick to a schedule. You know what I mean? You can't just sit back and let life happen and then, okay,
I got that mug a long time ago. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find it.
If you've ever been on set for any type of production, you know how much like organization and planning and like how many people are involved and just the scheduling, and it would be impossible to just like let it flow. I don't watch TV though. I only like know about the main stuff that everyone talks about on social media, but I don't watch TV, so I'm kind of out the loop for the most part.
Hold on one second, guys. Tara, are you talking about this right here? This one? Oops. Hold on, you can't see it. My bad. Oh. Or it might be it's let me go find mine. Target. Was that where it was from? Is that the one you're talking about? Okay, so someone's getting ready to ask her, is she planning to have another baby? And she's getting ready to lose her shit. she's gonna be kind of pissed. Yes. Okay. Target, sis. I saw it a couple of weeks ago and I was like, ooh, I've got the same cup. Target, but I don't know if they even still have it, but that's yeah. Virgo Tings.
Yeah, different reality shows.
I've had that cup for a long time, so I can't even tell you like I got it recently. It's been a long time. So But yeah, maybe it's a mainstay at Target.
So of course, every show is done differently, but the main point is they can't just let it be a complete free for all. Silently waiting for somebody to say something interesting. I mean, low key. Getting to the crusty part. Ooh, I need to just cut this off, but it's gonna make my hair look so uneven. Is the problem? I need to cut off like this whole bottom inch of hair right here. Please stop asking me if I want more kids.
She does not like that question at all. So Jan Styles' hair just comes out of the blue and says, "Do you want more kids?" Raven does not like that question at all. Okay, at all.
Silently waiting for somebody to say something interesting. I mean, low key.
Of all the questions that she ignored, that's the one that she chooses.
Ooh, I need to just cut this off, but it's gonna make
That's the one that she chooses to answer, which is interesting to me because she seems very at ease ignoring questions she doesn't want to answer.
Please stop asking me if I want more kids.
It's like, why does that bother you so much, Raven?
It's such a...
And she has talked about it. If you watch her podcast, she talks about that. And it's a weird question. It's just like the other day at the Super Bowl when we saw Rihanna was pregnant. People were like, "Oh my God, is Rihanna pregnant?" We've been trained to not ask people. People can ask you how much money you earn. They can ask you, have you had a breast exam? People are asking you about your damn gynecologist. People will ask you, like, do you own or do you like, people ask so many personal questions. Like, I don't know how to feel about it. Like, to me, if someone asks me a personal question I do not want to answer, I just don't answer, or that's not something I wish to talk about, or whatever the case might be, right? You like, people seem to ask so many questions, but we've trained people to not ask questions about things that as women, I don't think are bad things to talk about, like motherhood and having children and pregnancy and all. Like, we won't talk about that, but you will ask someone, how do you handle your hygiene? Like, we will ask the most random ass, personal ass, do you do a yoni stem? All of these type of questions, but people can't talk about pregnancy, child rearing. It's kind of a simple question, but if it's triggering for her, I respect that. But at the end of the day, I'm surprised, back to, people have been asking her question after question after question after question that she has successfully ignored. This one, after you just give a whole Easter speech about how you got to find the drama, da, 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 da. And I'm not saying that she planned this or anything, but she made a choice to address that question. Do you follow me?
Overused, unimportant question. And I've answered it 5 million times.
Like, she all of a sudden got really pissed. Someone's saying, check out her podcast.
I have ill intentions when they ask that question, but it's like, just stop. I don't feel like explaining it.
I mean, they've been sitting here running your baby father's name and you didn't say anything about that, but someone asks you, do you want more kids? And you lose your shit.
I think it's also, for me, such a weird topic to be asked about when I'm very much like, y'all know I'm single, right? So like, why would we be jumping to that? That's the part that kind of confuses me. Like, it makes a little bit more sense if I was like a married couple vlogger, you know what I mean?
I'm going to beg to differ on that, Raven, because, and this is the reason why someone felt comfortable asking you, because you've had a single pregnancy before. You were a single mother. You are a single mother and you've done it before. So I don't think that she's trying you. I think she's just asking you a question based on what people already know. Just because you had one single pregnancy doesn't mean that you're going to have all the rest of them as a single woman. They're just, I mean, if they felt like, oh, well, she didn't need to have a husband the first time, I guess the assumption would be that maybe you didn't need to the second time. That's not disrespectful. They're just asking a question. Some people don't even factor in a husband or a relationship into having a baby. I mean, we see that all the time on the YouTube streets. The man is sometimes even just the afterthought, which is crazy, but that is how some people think. They're thinking about a whole baby and they're not even in a relationship. They're just looking for next Saturday night to find someone to impregnate them. Okay. So Raven is like, well, I don't even know why you would think of that because I'm not even in a relationship. Well, sis, some people don't equate relationships and babies and family and having someone that you're actually in a relationship with. We are in 2023 where people have lots of anonymous sex, they have it unprotected, and they will have a baby with a random ass stranger. Okay. Like, I'm surprised, Raven. Maybe that doesn't apply to you, Raven, but that's the reality. Right, Miss Corey? Hey, Miss Corey.
We just had a kid. I can see where you're like, oh, do y'all want more kids? Like, is that what's next for you? Like, it kind of makes more sense.
Oops, Miss Corey. Like, oops.
You're not even dating anyone at all.
So she's kind of mad.
What? When do you think it's coming? What do you think? Like, you stop and think about that for a second. What do you think? Like, am I wrong?
Like, I'm a single mom. Why would you think kids are on my mom? Does the nuclear family no longer mean anything? I'm going to say there's people out here who will argue yes, and some will say I can do it all by myself.
For feeling like that's weird? Then I understand just asking if I want more kids is different. But still, it kind of is the same thing.
Girl, this is any of you Virgos right now, or any of you who love and know Virgos. Raven is Virgoing right now. She's pissed and she's Virgoing. Like, I can so relate to what's happening because she's pissed. She's pissed.
Why would I want, you know what I mean? I don't know. I have this little bald spot right here that always like gets bald and comes back and gets bald, and I think it's hormonal. It's got to be hormonal at this point because it first started happening.
People don't like it's not, to me, there's nothing wrong with people asking you if you want to have another kid. I don't have a problem with that. Me personally, I don't have a problem with that. At the end of the day, you answer what you want to answer and you let bother you what you let bother you. You know what I mean? Someone thinking that you have a nice family or admiring that maybe they feel like you are a very kind and considerate mom. Maybe they're just like, oh yeah, but I mean, it is a very invasive type question, but gosh, like I said, people can ask you who your damn gynecologist is. People talk about their damn what kind of pads and tampons they use. People talk about their sex lives and sexual positions that they love. Really, people are getting mad about people asking, do you want to have a kid? And she's going to say, well, I could be battling with infertility. They don't know that. They don't know, like, okay, you're bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone doesn't know everything.
After pregnancy,
I mean, I guess it's presumptuous at the least, but I don't know.
Now it's like, it just seems like a hormonal thing where it falls out and grows back and falls out and grows back throughout the year. And right now we're in a bald phase. But I'm just kind of over it. Like, I used to be like, oh no, I need to do something to make it grow back.
See, Raven is also a mom who has stuff going for her. She has a whole career. She graduated from college. She has a successful YouTube channel that she's been running for about 14 years now. I mean, like, since she was in high school. And at the end of the day, her life is not just made up of having babies. And we see other mothers like my Jazzy Life and Liv's Life and Strong Mommy Chrissy who really plan channels around having babies and use their children for storylines and don't have anything else going on other than being a mom. Raven clearly, not to say she doesn't have anything else other than being a mom, but she does. And she is a mommy channel now, but there's more to her than just being a mom. And I think her channel isn't just based on her and her relationship with Zaya. She includes Zaya in her channel, but it's not, and people are asking plenty about her child, and she's choosing to ignore those questions, but she wants to park on someone asking her, does she want to add to her family?
It's just gonna fall out again, so it'll grow back. Oh well, I just don't care.
She could have skipped over that question, right, Vicky? But she chose that one. She had time today. She didn't like it, and she wanted to call that person out.
I don't even know.
Zaya is enough for this internet aunt, so I don't care. Any more kids right now laughing my ass off. Like, girl.
No, shedding in this area is very common on women. That's like the hormonal triangle on both sides. Like right here at your temple, that's like the spot that most people deal with that. It's pretty common. It's normal. That's why I'm kind of like, who cares? There's definitely stuff you can do about it if you want to, but I just don't care enough. Oh, I need to cut that. It's really dry right there.
Raven, you need to just go sit at the salon and have them hook you all the way up and get you straightened out. But I think Raven likes to cut and do her own hair. Raven is very much self-admittedly a control freak type person. And I don't know that she even likes to trust other people with the styling of her hair. So this person finally chimes in and says, sorry, asking you about kids, didn't know it was an emotional subject for you. My bad. That's what Jan styles here. I'm sorry, the dogs are talking right now. Sorry, asking you about kids, didn't know it was an emotional subject for you. My bad. So she did somewhat apologize, but that's not going to be good enough for Raven. Okay.
And they're still gonna look ugly when I'm done because
Look, someone's asking her, do you ever go to a professional salon? I don't think so, Nikki. I don't think so.
It's not
Raven likes to do her own hair and her own coloring.
So they be seeing me look all types of
I've
ways.
seen her go to a professional salon maybe just a couple times.
Like just rolled out of bed. Sorry for asking about kids. I didn't know it was an emotional subject for you. My bad. My point is that it's not even, I don't know if emotional is the right word, but it's an inappropriate question to ask anyone. In my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinion, you shouldn't just be randomly asking.
Girl, you see, I had to scroll back. I was like, what happened?
Their family planning. Because you don't know what if the answer is something horrible. Like, I'm struggling with infertility. I've been trying to get pregnant, but I can't. Thank you very much. Or I wish I could have another kid, but I'm really struggling with even dating and finding a man, and that's not a sensitive topic for me, but I'm just saying.
Well, I think that's what it is.
Sad about being single and not having someone to have a kid with. Again, I'm not sad about that, but somebody very well could be. So a lot of possible answers to that question, and you're just throwing it out like it's cute. It might not be cute. And then you're gonna be looking dumb and feeling awkward when they're like, well, actually, it's this, this, and this. Then you're gonna feel really dumb. So
I just was kind of surprised with Raven at this point of the live. I think she got the person together, but I was a little surprised at, yes, she cuts, like if you cut her, she bleeds too, and I get it, but I just was a little surprised that her mom didn't call her and say, get up off that damn live. Like you saying and doing just a little too much. At the end of the day, everyone does not need to be gathered together. You know what I mean? Like, you've said enough. I mean, you've basically called the lady dumb. You are going in, and I just I was like,
It's not important for you to know anyway. Why are you even asking? It's not worth
because you're on
the
live,
risk,
sis,
basically.
and you're entertaining questions about
You
your
being
your
curious about
daughter.
that is not worth what the possible negative answer could be and how you might make that person feel and how you might make yourself feel. Because you're going to feel stupid and awkward. But I think people kind of go into questions like that with this kind of general, universal way of thinking, like, oh, you don't think of the negatives. You don't think of the other possibilities.
Well,
just
it's
think-
not even that. I mean, at the end of the day, she may not even want any more kids, period. And that's fine. But, sometimes I don't know. This is my thought. You guys take it how you want. At the end of the day, there are people out here, we know, who do not want to have any children. And that's fine. I mean, you look, when you have one kid, do you know how many times people ask you how many more kids are you having? Or when are you giving such and such a brother or a sister? That is annoying AF. But at the end of the day, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me to the point where I'm like cussing people out. You know what I mean? Like, girl, I always found the best answer is, if God blesses us with another child, and that just shuts it right on down. There's a way to shut down conversations without showing, yes, sis, it bothers you. You're bothered about something. Whatever you're copping to it bothering you about, maybe you're not really talking about it. But moral of the story is don't ask Raven, because girl, Virgos will Virgo, okay? Once that kind of settled into, like, she didn't mind them asking about her baby daddy. She didn't ask them asking about her running her baby daddy off. She didn't mind them asking about, I heard your baby daddy had another baby, but how do you feel about that, considering he doesn't have anything to do with Zaya? Like, what? But you're mad.
They're
Okay.
probably gonna say, oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I respect it. You can
whatever you
get
wanna
mad,
say,
but
but you're
sis,
not
you're
thinking of
entertaining
all
all
different
of the
possibilities.
questions.
Maybe because that's not your experience or whatever, but
She very much so,
you
Tennessee.
gotta be aware of that. And that goes for a lot of different things, different topics and different questions that people ask as if
Big mad.
the only possible response is positive. But what if it's not?
I think if Chef Tony had been in the mist, that would have been cut off. Like, if she'd have been in the Raven, I need you. Excuse me. It's time to cut off. Which this is going to end abruptly anyway. I just think this went left. I think she was curling her hair, and it went left. She was already annoyed because I think somebody was trying to find drama in something, and she was already kind of annoyed speaking in reference to that, and which is how it started. So you go slide the bar back if you're just coming in. However, like I said, there were many things addressed. That's why I made sure to show the chat, because there were many things being asked and addressed, all kinds of very personal questions. Someone just merely asked, do you think you're going to have any more kids? And sis loses her shit in a very persnickety, in a very, I'm going to say persnickety. Okay. Some might say bitchy. She
staying out of other women's uteruses, period, age. Period. No pun intended.
I like Raven a lot. So make no mistake in this. Raven is a very beautiful woman. She's highly successful. Sis hasn't been lucky in love. And that's the story for a lot of us. I mean, sometimes you're not going to find the love of your life. You're not going to find the love of your life until you're ready and that person presents themselves, right? Some people are lucky to find that person early. Sometimes it happens a little bit later in life, right? At the end of the day, I think sis is she's Virgoing. She's highly successful. Some stuff comes easy. Some stuff is like, I don't need to have to bother with it because it's not relevant to me. But as a beautiful woman who should have it all together, I think the fact that she has not been successful in relationships probably gets a little bit up under her skin. And I think that it's a sensitive topic from the point of I'm just not in a relationship where I would even want to do something like that. So I get it. Also, I did find a clip of her and her mom talking about when she told her mom that she was pregnant and how mad her mom was, because that wasn't part of the plan. And also, her hope for her is that the next time she does try to do it again, that she is married and in a relationship. I don't think that Raven intended to be a single mother, but again, what Raven has to understand is everybody doesn't come from your background. And there are people out here, there are women out here, there are men out here that don't equate the birth of a child with with even a family situation. They don't care. They will put babies here, there, and everywhere. They don't care. So Raven was raised in a very traditional situation, and a traditional situation is what she wants. And Raven, unfortunately, because you had a child in kind of the modern single mom doing her damn thing way, the assumption from some of your audience is that you wouldn't mind doing it again. So maybe speak to your traditions and what you would want for yourself rather than chastising people because they asked you a question that you're offended by, rather than saying, hey, look, I had a kid at a time when I didn't even plan for it. And had I had my choices, I would have done it differently. And that's how I'm moving forward. And until I'm in a situation with someone that I love and care about, I'm not even thinking about kids. How about just say something like that and be done?
Unless you are my period, stay out of my uterus, period.
Ooh,
I want to make a t-shirt that says that.
girl.
Zaya's birthday theme, we're still working on it. I don't even want to tell y'all what my idea is because I feel it's too soon. It's too soon. It's not for sure. Of course, I will let y'all know and take y'all through the process.
Right. Well, Keisha loves that question because Keisha needs to feel validated, and she's validated by Jeremy trying to put something up in that uterus. Okay, to Raven's point. But
yeah,
Raven,
I feel like people know it's an inappropriate question.
Raven is already successful. Raven is highly successful. She has all the money that she wants to make, or maybe she has. Look, I don't want to say all the money she has to make. She's highly successful. She makes a lot of money, and she doesn't need that validation. Does she want the validation of having a wonderful, loving relationship and a man? I'm going to just go on a limb and say yes. I don't even know her like that, but I'm going to go on a limb and say yes, she does. She wants what her mom and dad have. She would like to have that. She wants what her sister has. She wants what her brother has. She wants her brothers and sisters, her brother and her sister who's married. She wants that. Okay. That's what she wants. And she's not willing to settle until she has that, because she already has one child that her parents help her with tremendously, okay, while helping her manage her business. But no, I mean, rather than just say that, that's what I would have said. I'm like she's alluded to, I'm single. And until I get married, I'm not considering any more kids. Zaya and I are a good little package deal at this moment. And if anything changes, you guys will know, because there will have been a long list of things that will have occurred prior to that. But yeah, when I'm married and I'm in a different situation, I will consider. But moving, right now, girl, I'm on to the next video. Okay, sis? And just left it at that.
Look how Miss Girl is responding. Okay, Miss Attitude, I hear your point. Sorry for asking. I didn't know it was an emotional topic. Yes, you did. You did. But that's fine.
Raven is mad.
Now you kind of feel put on the spot and dumb about it, don't you? Now you know how it feels to put somebody on the spot. Ooh. Funny how that works, huh?
I'm so surprised at Raven for doing this at your big age of almost 30. Like, girl, why are you?
You can always tell what somebody's real intentions were based on their second response. Because in the first question, they'll kind of be like, oh, trying to make it sound nice or whatever. But then it's like, well, sorry, I asked. And it's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see the real you. The real you comes out in the second response. I've been on social media for 92 years. I've had a lot of experience with this.
Girl, look at that. They said Raven had time today.
1 minute. Just
Well, you can
ignore
hear
them.
somebody
Maybe it wouldn't be a
walking.
learning
Someone is
experience.
upstairs. You can hear it.
If we
Chef
ignore
Tony's
all
probably
negative behavior,
upstairs.
how is the negative behavior going to get stopped? If nobody ever says anything, I don't always think ignoring is the best tactic. Sometimes it is, but not
Well,
always.
losing your shit isn't the best tactic either.
Okay, it's 10 o'clock. Gotta go. I might get back on after this meeting. See, there goes the filter again. Okay.
Girl, okay.
But
Interesting, right? Let me stop this. Yeah, so Raven had time. She was not happy. And just to set a little bit of context, I'm gonna play this little itty bitty part for you guys. And just to set this, kind of just this is what she wants. And this is how it's gonna go down if it goes down again. Okay. Because mom, it is good that when your parents have a very present that they're very ever present in your life, and it shows that she has a lot of respect for her parents, and I respect that she respects um her parents and that they want the best for her. So listen to this. Is about 5 years ago.
For you while you were pregnant, and being able to answer questions and go to doctor's appointments and be there, especially when you had Zaya. But the one thing that I really want for you is for if you choose to have more kids, is to be in and I'm not saying you have to be married. Daddy might disagree, but to be in a loving, caring, committed relationship, because that having that while you're pregnant and giving birth is way different from what you experience, even with me as your support system. And so I would like for you to one day experience that. And I know that because I've done it both ways too. I've been in a loving, committed relationship, and then I've been single.
I agree with that. I think going into it, I would have never thought that I would want to have a pregnancy with my mom as the main person. But after it has already happened, I'm glad about it, because I feel like I was able to, like you said, get those questions answered, and kind of, it was like having like a doula or something, like a birthing coach with you. And that's not just your birthing coach, but you're with that person all the time. So every little thing, every little question that you have, you get like a lot of support from someone who has had 4 kids and has experience, and like can actually be more help. I've seen all the time that like your partner, your husband or whatever, very supportive, but they're not helpful. Like they have no idea what to tell you or how to help you, and you're just kind of like, shut up, get out the way, like you're not helping. And so I felt like actually having her, like she actually was helpful. And a lot of moments that probably would have been like scary, panicking, like she knew what to do. So I actually liked having that for my first pregnancy, because now I feel like I'm educated. So going into my second pregnancy, if my partner's not helpful, then at least I have some experience going into it. But I do agree that I would want to experience it the other way now that I've experienced it. The mom.
Look, her parents have a tremendous amount of influence on her, which even in her late 20s, going into her 30s, already being a mother it's excellent, because that's what you want as a mother. Not so much not having your kid be able to make decisions for themselves, but them respecting the journey, respecting how you raise them. And her mom is just telling her, not this is what you have to do, but this is my hope for you. This is what I want for you, because I know how it is and I want better for you. I want you to be able to have everything. I want you to have from soup to nuts, no pun intended. I want you to have the full experience. And that is the experience of the person that you made this baby with being there, even if they're not helpful. It's great that Raven tried to make lemonade out of it. But at the end of the day, I any of you who have had a child and you did it alone or not with your baby father, and those of you who have know exactly what I'm talking about. I sitting in the birthing room, I could not imagine. I was sitting there talking to my sister-in-law, and we were having conversation. She was in the birthing room with us, and I could not imagine just all of the emotions, all of the this, that, the third, the questions, everything, and not having the person who helped you cultivate this situation not in the midst. And not because they're in the military, not because they're flying in, not because they're, they're coming from the other side of town, because they don't give a fuck, because they don't care, because you broke up and all. I can only imagine how hurtful that is. I can only imagine, and I certainly empathize with anyone who's been in that situation. But clearly Raven's mother, like she said, she wants her to be able to have the full experience. And that is coming from her mother. And I certainly feel like, that was your mom can be there with or without a man. So yeah, that's obviously a single mother experience is not necessary. Look, your mom can be there with or without. Absolutely. My mother wasn't there. My mother was in New Jersey. So my mother-in-law did not come. My sister-in-law came to be there with me. And my family came afterwards, after Farah came. But I was lucky that my sister-in-laws were there for me. Specifically, my husband's oldest sister came and sat with me while I was in labor. And I very much appreciated that. Just to have another woman who was there, who was experienced in childbirth, and someone who who I have a close relationship with. And this at that was our first baby. That's our only baby. And it was a very, it was a new experience for both of us. So I mean, I'd only seen it on TV. I'd never really been to the hospital for anyone else's birth. I even, like, when my sister had her two boys, and I have another sister who has a boy. Um, it was afterwards. My brother and his kids. After I get there after the babies show up. Okay, I've never been there to hold the hand as the baby is coming. I've never had that privilege with anyone. Um, her answers sound like coping to me. Absolutely. I think she was highly triggered. She was upset. And look, at the end of the day, if it's something that bothered her, she has a right to feel that. So in no way, shape, or form. I just happened to be watching, and I felt like it was a very interesting conversation, because we see people on this internet lay it all out. And my point along the way of the video too, on top of everything, is the fact that Raven had so many questions that she could have answered. That's the one she honed in on. They were asking her all kinds of personal questions about her baby daddy. They were running his name. They're damn near asking her about like, where friggin' what's this address to Zaya's school. They didn't ask that, but they damn near did. And she didn't have anything to say. But someone asked her, like, to me, Raven, if she has trolls, they know how to get to you, sis. You just basically gave the blueprint on how to be annoyed when Raven is on live stream. Start asking her about her women's health and her reproductive system and the outlook of another baby. Oh, sis is going to lose it. Like, you just gave the roadmap to your, and I'm using air quotes, trolls on how to get at you. Okay. Anyway, guys, this was fun. This was a great conversation. Let me give you I would love to talk about this later. So there's two things. Obviously, we're going to do a reaction to Keisha's video, because we just got to. And she's talking more about real estate. Some of you guys have asked me some questions. I do not know. I'm just going to preface it with, I don't know. But I was watching another channel, and they were looking at this survey. Can I share this with you guys? Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick. Girl, this publication, this online publication, surveyed 29 women about their body count, And just a second. And I'm talking about their sex body count. Hold on one second. How many men or how many people have they had sexual encounters with? And it's staggering. Okay. I want to go through these one by one. How many people have you had sex with? This person said around 120. Alice, who's 30. She says around 120. She says she's queer, so I guess lesbian. And I generally consider sex to be an act of intimate inter or outer course. How do you feel about your number? She says she's indifferent. She has been in the bed with at least 120. Okay. This next person says roughly 12. This next person, I lost count. It's somewhere between 20 to 30. Girl, strictly penetrate. Girl, I mean, we're going to go through this. So we're going to have this might need to be like an after dark conversation. But I want to get into that and talk about that because that's something that we don't talk a lot about. We've seen the body counts. Specifically, we have a mommy on the YouTube streets who's now gone viral for her short where she parades her 9 children and the ages that she had the children, which appear to be every 2 years, on this YouTube. And girl, over 1 million views, maybe on the way to 2 million views at this point. And the comment section is ablaze. Okay. It's on fire. Okay. That's what that means. Ironically, I guess one of her kids' names is Blaze. But anyway, at the end of the day, the comment section is on fire. People are speculating. They don't know if she's married. They don't know. They don't know what they don't know. But at the end of the day, look, she's got 9 kids and she is parading them around. And I just thought it would be interesting to look at this particular survey. I thought it was very interesting. She's not bashful about divulging the amount of fathers. And this survey where women are openly discussing their body count in terms of the men, it's interesting to me. Okay. So we'll talk about that. I think next time I come live, we're probably going to we're going to either do that or we're going to do the Keisha reaction. So if we were to come back tonight, I guess I'll put it in a poll on my community post. If you guys want to see a live reaction this evening, vote for that. If you want to go through the sex body count survey, we can do that. Tonight, you guys will vote and let me know, and we'll do that. And then we'll do the other in the morning. Okay. So you guys have a wonderful day. I enjoyed you guys today. I hope you liked this. I know we cover Raven here a little bit, a little something, something. And, it's interesting. There's definitely a lot more things on this internet to talk about, lots more topics, and girl, we were going to get into them anyway. Also, we are caught up on Dear Fran. If you're out here, you have a question and you need some advice from Fran and Bougie Gang, girl, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go ahead, click the link in the description box. It's all there. And get to typing and we will get to answering. Okay. Will you be on the next episode of Dear Fran? Come through, won't you? Drop us a note and let us know how we can help out. And that's it. Okay, guys. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you guys next time. Okay. Let me see if there's any other comments. Okay. Tennessee, Raven just went live on IG. Okay, well, let's go over there. Okay. I'll see you guys later.
How's it going, Big Dap?